Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, we'll cover one of the most important ratio. So whenever you talk about the stocks and other things, the mostly people will say about, okay, what's the PE ratio, right? So as usual, I'll explain you with some examples. Okay, so PE ratio is the price over earning ratio, right? So that's that's the only. So I I have selected few stocks here. For example, these are the tickers: Cisco, Havel Pact, HP, as maybe it's famous by its other names, Motorola, and Ubiquiti and Zebra Technologies. Whenever you try to select the do any comparison, make sure they are in the same sector. Don't do something like that if it's one is in technology and other is in consumer discretionary on finance, right? So you should able to match apple and apple to apple, right? Because maybe what is standard higher in technology maybe is not that PE ratio for that sector is not that common for other sector, right? So you have to be careful on that one. So that's one word of caution on PE ratio. Okay, so here the PE ratio is given, right? And I also show you in this video how to compute this PE ratio, and which is not difficult in all. One more important thing, if you like my video and like my other videos as well, please do subscribe and like and share as much as possible, so this good content will go to your friends, and also then everybody will learn it. And there is no harm in learning and sharing, right? If I was thinking that this is some kind of secret information, then I won't be any making this video, because learning and sharing is good. Okay, so first let me show you how you compute this PE ratio. Okay, so this is the PE ratio is given. You can go to any stock screener website. When you put this code, these the codes, I'll put these codes in my descriptions, or any other code. You can easily get this PE ratio and other good important things, okay, which I already show you in last video. But if you haven't did it so far, I suggest go and try it. Okay, so until you get your hand dirty, you won't learn anything. Okay, so let me show you how to calculate the price. Okay, so here I'll take this one, and as the formula says, this is just, so I'll take this one from here. I'm a little bit lazy to write it down, and then this is nothing but just the price divided by its earning. That's it. And if I select both of them and keep down, so you notice I calculate this P ratio, right, which is exactly same what is coming. Okay, this P ratio, and I am doing this on the 4th of May. So maybe different day when the price fluctuate, you'll get the different PE, but the earning usually won't change by quarterly or annually, right? So you'll have this there. Okay, now the next one thing is, okay, now we have the PE ratio, then what's about it? Okay, so if I'll keep all other uh, factors or all other component constant and just focus on PE ratio and try to say, okay, which company is cheaper or which is not, right? Then how to do that, right? So you can say right away that, oh, the lower the P ratio is better, right? Because what it's saying, we are paying, the P ratio is saying how much price you are paying for one share for its earning, right? So basically you are saying you're paying almost like 9.57 times more for this earning to get almost a $1, right? So these are all in US dollars. Okay, because this is US countries. Okay, if you have like a different country, then maybe you need to adjust, make sure you adjust the price and earning as compared, right? So okay, so you get the same ratio. So make sure you have everything underlying the same information. Okay, so this is the eyeball number one, right? And the next one is this one. But then what which one is expensive, right? How you say which one is expensive? How I treat it, what I'll do this, I'll usually go for the median. Okay, you just do equal and type median, and then say okay, give me this, the whole range. Just put the whole range and close the bracket. So we get some median PE ratio. Okay, and then we say okay, give me cheap or expensive stock. Okay, so we'll say okay, if this price, right, is less than or equals to this PE, sorry, not the price but the PE, right, then this is cheap, correct? Otherwise it's expensive. Okay, so if I just now drag it, right, so the right away, so we set as a bench, as a median, right, that this is my median, right, and anything beyond up this medium is expensive, rest is cheap. So I'll got that these two PE ratio are coming cheap within this communication equipment industry under the technology sector, and the US is my market. Okay, so these are two is coming cheap, so I select this as a high, and within this you notice even further, this is HP. Why I selected median? Sometime when you have a huge data, there may be some outlier, right, very high, which affects your the comparison. So always better to use median. So this kind of a good ideas I will try to share, the more practical ideas in my videos, so you can make sense that okay, what to do. So now even if you have, like right now I take 5, but when you try to, maybe you work with 100, right, stocks, and then with this approach you can quickly filter it out. Okay, which one is my cheap or which one is expensive. Another good point to look here is, if you see the market cap, right, market cap is how much this company worth, right, in the market. So these are, Cisco is pretty high, 180 billion, right, and then they're asking 40, 15 is the PE ratios coming, and then all other are pretty much the same ballpark. It's very, very low in terms of market cap, right? So, and but you see even HP in that sense is way cheaper. So we just won't go by looking at the PE, but this is one of the factor when we're trying to select the stocks as well. Now we need to see, maybe okay, maybe we go Cisco, right, but we need to see some other ratios or other relatives, which I'll try to cover in the next video as well. But as a homework, if you're watching this, I'll suggest you go and pick some of the favorites, your stocks, and try to see okay, which one is cheaper and which one is expensive. And don't forget a couple of things which I mentioned, right? Not only to subscribe or like this video, but also to make sure these are on the same sector at least, right? And if you can come up with the same industry, then it's better when you try to compare. And the second thing is, make sure these are in same currencies, right? If it's a different currencies, then you have to compare. Third thing is, you select as a benchmark, as a median, okay, then it will be helpful. So that's it from the PE ratio perspective, and hopefully I think you'll like this video, and see you in next video, and thanks for now. Bye.